Someone else asks, yeah, what is he always so angry about? I don't know. I don't know. Something inside, listen, stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling. I didn't even do
This is when you enter into a relationship with someone, you need to make sure that they are not taking their traumas, their negativity, their anger, and projecting it onto you. This is what he's doing to me. I don't know why he's so mad. Like, life is great. The angry, it just is not okay. I don't want to live like this. And like, my eyes are finally being opened to it. And I think that's the problem. My eyes were never really open to it. But I see it now. It's unhealthy, very dysfunctional, sad. It's so sad. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't feel like this. And you know what? You know what I realize is that if I, as a grown person, can still feel like this, then how must this affect children? Like, does it become ingrained in them, or do they always have it where it makes them sad or hurt or uncomfortable? Like, I don't want to raise my kids around angry yelling and anger. Like, even if it doesn't happen often, like, I am becoming so much more sensitive to outbursts like that, and they really, really affect me. And I don't want someone angry yelling all the time. There's nothing to be angry about. It's like I feel like MGK talking to Eminem. What are you so angry for? Enjoy your life. You're living in a beautiful area with your family that you barely have to pay for. I mean, yeah, you do some cleaning up, but like, you have that much anger of washing some dishes? Like, be a helpful, good man. The anger is killing my heart. He says, I didn't do shit to you. Who talks like that? I mean, really. So disrespectful. Like, no, like, treat me like a lady. Like, come on. Are you serious right now? I will not allow a man to project his anger onto me or my kids. I will not. And I wish I had someone who would, like, say that. But I don't. I don't have a protector. I have to be the protector. I have to say no more. I don't want to live with someone bringing me down. Like, I even had an idea today. You know what? It's like I've been these little tests of oh, what are you going through, you know? Look what's happening. The first thought that pops into your head is supposed to be the right one. And I casually walked through my kitchen, you know, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to use, like, I was looking for a way to reuse a heavy plastic bag because I don't like throwing away plastic. I wish people would stop making things out of plastic, but until we do, we the consumers are kind of stuck with some of it. I mean, we can all be better about recycling, but that really isn't the point of this. The point of it is I spoke out loud about, oh, I think I should, you know, use this bag for this or whatever. And he looks at me, that's a stupid idea. Like, I don't need a man around to say that to me. That's not cool and not nice. And if you really, really feel these ways about me, like, why are you here? Like, I don't bring you into my life for more hatred. I bring you into my life to heal the hatred that is in there that people have put onto me. It's probably why my eyes are black. I don't want this. From the minute I've come onto this earth, it's been dysfunction, just... And there I am trying to, like, save myself and save my babies through it all. And it's like my eyes are opening before. I mean, my eyes are opening now to something I've never seen. And that's when I used to spout off like that, but I looked at myself and I said, oh wow, I've really been angry lately. I've really been stressed out, or and it persisted for maybe a month or two, a couple of my moon cycles, and then at which point I went to doctors to get on like a prescription medication to kind of calm me down, and those worked okay, but then also horrible side effects. Been through a lot of different things I've found, but the one that works the most is focusing on meditating and getting in touch with your own inner core. No medication or drug or drink is going to, well, I don't want to say that. Maybe magic mushrooms would, or so I hear. I've not had that experience, but I hear that you can actually have a small enough dose and it can help you get into your inner self and maybe open you up a little bit to try to clear out some of the trauma. I'm interested in hearing about more of those studies, or possibly trying that in a controlled environment. I wouldn't want to risk my life. I don't want, like, no fentanyl off the streets or shit, but but I'm doing the work. I'm putting in the work to heal myself, and I've used Thrive patches, different vitamins. I use a lot of essential oils, herbs, meditation, and just trying to stay in a high vibration. And I'm not that same person who I was 10 years ago. And I'm not that same person who I was 4 years ago. Like, I don't blow up like that. And I don't want someone around who would even provoke me to do that. Like, oh yeah, you say you don't do this, but you do. Like, I don't want that. I want to relax in my house, enjoy my belongings, look at my children sleeping, play in my clothes and makeup. I want to eat good food. Like, nowhere in any of that did I say I want to be yelled at or belittled or not taken care of properly, because you know what one won't do, a dozen others will. So I hear. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I think. All I know is what I feel. And what I feel is harm from his yelling, harm from his anger. And like, for other people to know, what's he always so angry about? I don't know. He'll say a million things. He's angry about a mess. He's angry about a kid asking him for a juice box. Then why are you with someone with kids? Go. Just go. Pay me some money and go. I don't need you. Please believe I don't need you, and I don't even want you. Because I want me back. I want pieces of my soul, and I want my children to grow up in a peaceful environment where their mother is respected and honored and cared for. Can't do it anymore. Don't yell at me about life. Like, I just never understand that. Like, you have the opportunity to be a parent, to be a hero, and like oftentimes such a small thing that would make such a big difference, and like yell about it instead, like of just being of service, being sweet. It's like, yeah, tell me I'm beautiful, but like, what does that mean to you? Does that mean that you'll treat me nice? That you'll respect me? Will you care for me? Do you even know? Like, I feel like he literally doesn't even know me. Like, we can't even talk. You know what? I tried to say something the other day to him, and he just shot me right down. Like, he cannot be bothered by me taking up his time or energy, you know? Like, no, I need somebody who's like all about me, all about healing, all about growing, rubbing my neck, rubbing my back, just being like, you know, a loving couple. So if he's not going to give that to me, then there's really no need for him to be here. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can handle getting the dishes washed without him. And when that's all you're kind of bringing, I don't know. I look around at all my awesome stuff that I bought for myself because he's not providing for me. And I think it's not about the money or anything, but like when someone's not even loving towards you, he won't even sleep with me. I asked him to sleep with me like 2 weeks ago after my cousin's wedding. He refused. He slept in his own room. He said he didn't like my sheets were too fuzzy. And then the week after I said, okay, well, let's try this again. Sleep with me and don't leave, you know. He woke up at 4 a.m, I guess, left. So when I woke up to roll over and get cuddled by someone in the middle of the night, he wasn't there. He went down to his basement room. And at first I used to like not worry about it, but I mean, I like having separate rooms, but if I invite him to stay, that's where he should want to be. And I tried to tell him, if a man really loves a woman, then it doesn't matter where they are. Like, he would sit by a park bench if she had to lay on a park bench because he loves her so much. You know? I literally bought a king-size bed because I do sleep, my kids sleep with me. And I bought a king-size bed. That way, when my other kids are with their dad, he can just share a bed with me, our son together, and himself. But it's just not good enough for him. He told me he didn't like my fuzzy sheets, so I ended up putting like these Egyptian cotton, organic Egyptian cotton ones on. Because the fuzzy ones, you know, I don't know. Whatever it was, at 4 a.m, he woke up and decided those sheets weren't good enough either, and neither was laying next to me. So that's fine. He may make a video to try to say, oh, well, there's all kinds of stuff she doesn't do, like things I don't do for him. And I will agree, I do not do things for him, because I told him, when he starts respecting me at a level of a man and not a court jester, then he gets those treatments. You can't just expect that I'm going to be an amazing wife when you can't do these simple things? Like, you're pushing me away. Like, I had all full intentions today. All I wanted was like a good, a good romantic experience after the kid went to sleep. And all he needed to do was, like, instead of when I enter the room, like, say, "Hey, beautiful." But instead, when I entered the room, he's like, "I thought you said you were going to be outside. Why don't you just get outside like you said you were going to do? You said you were going to do outside yoga." I'm like, oh my God, I came in to get a drink of water. Oh my God. Follows me into the kitchen, yelling at me while I'm trying to get a drink of water, and I just wanted to go back outside. And at this point, my little boy's just confused, and I'm like, oh my God. He's like, you ruined our routine. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just living life. I just wanted to be with, be in the house and get a drink of water and love my son for a minute. Like, I'm very hurt by all of this, and it's really opening my eyes. And it's like, I don't want to spend the next 3 years like that. I don't want to spend the next 7 years like that. I really don't want to spend the next month like that. It's probably about time to tell him to go. But I don't want him to take my son from me either. I endure this shit because I try to keep the baby, I would feel better him being here with me, not out wherever he decides to get into a place or whatever else he's doing, who knows, with all the newfound freedom. Like, go have your freedom if that's what you want, but I don't want to lose out on my son over him getting out of here, getting out of the misery, as he puts it. Women deserve to be treated good, and it doesn't happen all the time. And I definitely don't want my sons treating women the way their fathers have treated me, and other women too. So who's going to speak up? Who's going to break the cycle? I ask him, will you please just start watching some meditations? Will you please, understand that I want to heal from this? And I can't, because when I heal, I become raw and open. And when I become raw and open, that toxicity that he's spilling out onto me when he yells at me like that affects me so greatly, because I can feel so much when I'm open. And I want to live my life open. I don't want to live my life closed with someone who I'm supposed to be in a loving relationship with. That's not right. It's just not. I want to feel comfortable being open, being all the way me, being who I am. Like, I want to know that if I'm sitting on the edge of the couch reading a book, drinking a hot cup of tea, that someone sees me sitting there doing that, and they're not going to try to bring a hailstorm to my peace and quiet and my learning. I wanted tonight to be a really nice night, and it still is for me, because I'm realizing that I've been learning. And I believe what I've learned points to the sign that that treatment, that action isn't right. But I'm not sure what to do. what are my actions that I can take to do? There's been a few instances that upset me tonight that kind of make me have my eyes open to who he really actually, I don't know, I don't want to say who he is, because I honestly don't think I know who he is. And it's weird how you can come into a relationship and not really know someone. All I know is that the behavior, not necessarily the behavior, the projection of the negative emotions onto me, onto this household, I cannot take anymore unless I am to put layers of myself back up over my heart and soul. And I have worked so hard to bring those layers down. And he'll tell you I do nothing. He'll tell you I play on my phone. He doesn't know that I'm studying, that I'm working, that I'm making more money than he does per hour a day when I apply myself, which I don't. I'm not on it all the time. I don't work all the time. I have reasonable amounts of time where I am unavailable to my followers. But somebody's got to lead the way, and that person is me. And I enjoy doing it. I do not enjoy being yelled at for any reason. Even if I did do something wrong, can we talk? Can we have a conversation? Did I really do something wrong by walking in my house to get a glass of water? I don't believe him when he says he loves me, because I think it's fake. Because I think if you love someone, you don't react that way to seeing them. Like, even when I'm annoyed a little bit with my kids, like, say I'm trying to be in the living room or something, and they come out of bed and they're like, hey, you know, bother you, and I don't look at them and immediately say, get away, aren't you supposed to be away from me? No, I look at them and I think, oh, hey, nice to see your cute face, but what's going on, you know, like, time to get to bed. I don't want to be in a relationship where somebody's literally angry for me for, like, existing. I'm living. I'm trying to live. I'm trying so hard to not just survive. I'm trying to live. I'm not going to let a man hold me back and hinder me. I want to feel safe. I want to feel loved. I want to feel like I mean something to the person I'm with. I don't think you know what, I'm not going to say I don't think. He has to understand. He has to see what he's doing, but he doesn't. I've recorded snippets on my phone, but it's like, I don't think he even cares. He even yelled at me at my daughter's birthday party. It made me feel so horrible in front of my friends and family. We were all having a pool party. The kids were having a blast. They were all jumping in, and everybody jumped in with their clothes, and you know, we had plenty of towels. We had sent someone back to the parking lot to go grab towels, and I had sent my ex over to get my daughter's clothes since she was about ready to blow out her candles. And then I asked Chris, I said, hey, I was walking holding, not paper towels, what is the word? The colored tablecloth. I was holding those. I needed to set up a spot so she could have her cake. And as I was walking that way, I said, hey, Chris, can you please go and get Riker's clothes? They're on the dashboard of my van. And I said that so casually. All I was expecting was, yeah, I'll be right back. That's the response I was expecting. I'm almost embarrassed to say what his response actually was, because it's embarrassing. He yelled at me. Why the hell should I go get it? Why do I have to walk down to the end of the hall and go get it? There was more yelling, and I can't even recall, because once he struck me like that, those words were like a dagger into my soul. I couldn't even believe it was happening. I look around at my friend, and her eyes are wide open. I look at my other friend, her eyes are wide open. I'm just like, don't yell at me. I said, don't yell at me. I'm like, just go get your kids' clothes. What are you doing? Like, stop. And he didn't stop. He kept on. He's like, all these people here, I gotta go. And, I'm like, I just couldn't even, it was unreal. It was unreal. Like, who else should I send to go get your son's clothes, boy? Fuck. And if you're one of my friends who was there and saw that, please comment below and tell me what you took away from that whole situation. I tried my best to just stay calm and strong, like nothing was bothering me, and like, I don't know. That was wrong. That was wrong. And I need to know that I'm not the only person that thinks that. I know my light and my dark. You can clearly see it here. This is my shadow side. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm saying I'm working really hard on learning what it means to enjoy life and be happy. And anyone that's going to throw a dagger at me, knowing, but see, I don't even know if he knows. I don't know if he cares. The inner work that I put in. Do I deserve someone to yell at me at my daughter's birthday party? Do I? I don't even recall doing anything wrong that day. We went separate. Everybody drove separate. Me, Matt, the kids, grandpa, friends, everybody was separate. He was separate. Matt actually drove back to my house to get my daughter's bathing suit because she wanted a bathing suit. And he didn't yell. He didn't even get mad. It was like he was asked to do something and he did it. And like literally it might be like, I don't know, like a minute and a half of a walk to go down a hallway from an apartment pool out to the parking lot and get said clothes in my van. Unlocked. The van's unlocked. Like, if a man is that angry about his wife, like, I don't know. Does he hate me? Does he resent me? Does he feel trapped? Like, maybe we can just end this marriage. because I don't want to be that to somebody. I want somebody who really thinks I'm freaking amazing. I want somebody who thinks the world of me. I want somebody who thinks what a good mother she is. In our entire 7 years together, I've never, ever heard him say that I was a good mom, and I don't even know if he thinks I am, honestly. I think he thinks I'm literally like a shitty mom. And I love my kids so fiercely. My baby's sitting here right next to me. I can't bear to be away. Like, I love my kids. I don't always make the best dinners. Hell, I gotta throw in a frozen pizza or some damn chicken nuggets once in a while, but I love them and I want them safe and protected always, and I want them to know I love them. And I feel like giving them a male role model who acts like that is hurting them. And I think I'm giving myself all the answers. You know, I guess the best thing about being an ordained minister is that I could probably perform my own dissolution ceremony, and it would mean more than any signature from any judge in this town. It would have to be poetic. The day we met is coming up. Perhaps the day we met will be the day I tell him goodbye once and for all. Give him his walking papers. The only way to make him leave is to evict him legally through a notice. If I ask him to leave, he'll yell at me. We'll get into a big fight. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fight anymore. That's why he's being asked to leave. I've hoped for years and years that he'd just get it together. He can blame me. You all can blame me. That's fine. Please do. It's probably my fault anyway. I trigger him in some way, I guess. But what I've learned along this way of my own healing is nobody can make you feel anything without you letting it happen. Somebody can say something mean to you, but only you can decide, are you going to let it break you? I haven't let anything break me yet, and I'm not about to start. And this ain't my first rodeo getting rid of a man who can't act right. I've done it before, and I will do it time and time again until one learns how to act right, or I just exist as a single being, not in need of a male counterpart relationship. Or female. I don't, there's other options out there. And I'm not wanting to stop being open and real and exposed. I want to be all those things. And if a man has a violent temper like that, I can't be those things. So the only thing that really makes sense is to remove him from my situation.